Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's Cherika Brown, of course. We're on another episode of Cherika Be Talking, because I be talking. On today's episode, I'm just going to talk about something that I woke up with on my heart, and that's just been on my heart for a few days, and that's just fasting and praying. Right now, y'all, God is just calling all of us to prepare for something greater that's happening in our world and how our lives are going to change. I have been talking about this quite often lately, and this is not to put fear in anybody's heart or anything, but to just kind of snap us back into reality. Right now, I think it's time for us to get mentally tough. And what I mean about mentally tough is just training our mind, body, spirits, and heart to be solely reliant on God and know that God is enough. Because we're possibly going to go through moments where people can't afford food, can't afford living, where we don't have access to food, and where we just don't have access to a lot of resources that we depend on for the daily, like on a daily basis. So, fasting can benefit you in all aspects of your life. It can help you lose weight. It can help you grow closer to God. It can help you, just develop that mental toughness that I'm talking about. So some examples of some starter fasts that I do sometimes is like you can go 24 hours with completely no food. If you want to hear from God, if you're trying to make a decision, if you just need clarity, 24 hours with just water. Some people do a complete dry fast. You have to know what's good for your body. And during that time, what you're doing, you're praying and you're just trying to hear from God. And more than anything, you're just letting yourself know and your body and your system know that, God is enough. And we can get through anything if we just depend on God solely. And it refreshes you. It makes you feel lighter spiritually. It makes your heart feel lighter if your heart is feeling heavy. It really draws you in, and it changes your mindset. And you realize that a lot of times, especially here in America, we're just eating to eat because we have food at our fingertips. And, it's just our lifestyle where we think that we should be constantly eating. We watch TV, we think we need a snack, we need food, and when you just fast more often, you see how much you don't really need food, and a lot of times you're just wanting food. And a good example is sometimes we'll have a freezer and refrigerator full of food, but we want to eat out. So we go and we get some food real quick, some fast food, because we want to satisfy our cravings or satisfy what we want. Now is not the time to just try to satisfy yourself. Like, yeah, enjoy life. Like I said, by all means, do not be fearful and don't be scared and don't stop living. However, it's a time to start training yourself to say, hey, I do have food at home. Hey, I can make something out of nothing. I can make some rice and if I got some shrimp, or I can eat some noodles, or, just do stuff that kind of train yourself to be prepared for war, in a sense, like civil war or whatever that we're facing. Because like I told y'all, things are changing, the world is changing. It's time for us to stick together, look out for your neighbor, have community meetings and come together, get on one accord, figure out people's strengths. Figure out in your household who is strong in one area, who is weak in another area, and figure out what can you assign people to do in your household to make sure that your loved ones are being protected and that you're looking out for one another. Even in your family, with your family and friends, it's time to start reaching out to your family and friends and informing them on how our world is changing and things that we need to do in order to help and protect one another. It's time to put aside differences. If you are mad with somebody that you love or any of those things, it's time to reach out to those people, tell those people that you love and care for them, and figure out how can you come together. It's not the time to be divided. It's the time to realize that we are one and we are nothing without each other, and that we have to be willing to go to the extremes for each other. So wherever you stand in society, whatever your strengths are, start educating yourself on what's going on in your local neighborhood, in our world, in America as we know it right now, and the dangers that we're under, and figure out what your place is in society, and just start with fasting, y'all. Of course, we need to stock up on canned goods or, any frozen things that we need. There is about to be another price hike in food for my understanding. So if you do have the means and the money to go and buy a little more food, go and do that. That's important. Also, get active if you can. Do some type of physical activity so that you are in shape. Try and get in the best shape of your life while you're fasting and praying. Try and also move a little so that you can stay mentally tough. Physical exercise does help with that, and it also makes you just capable of defending yourself and your people and whatever else that you may be called to do. So another thing I was just saying with fasting and praying, is sad because as Black people, we have aspirations too, but a part of our calling, just by being born Black, is almost like we're being born into having to be activists. So sometimes you don't want to live your life as an activist. However, it's a part of your calling. If you are born Black, whether you like politics or not, you have to be willing to fight for a greater cause, and you have to be willing to place other people above yourself. That's just, when you're born with this skin color, it comes with that. So know what you're willing to do, what you're willing to risk, what you're willing to lose in order to protect yourself and your loved ones and your neighbor. This is the time to love your neighbor as you love yourself, regardless of skin tone and skin color, but be emphasis on people that look like you. When you're seeing someone being treated wrong or done wrong, don't be scared and fearful to stand up for them. It's time to snap into reality. It's time that we pull our Black dollar out of the economy. If it's not necessities right now, y'all, don't really spend on it. And I'm giving this information, and my mindset is changing after I've already done decided how I want to celebrate my birthday. And my mom and everybody telling me, like, don't try to like discourage yourself from enjoying your birthday just because you want to like implement things into your life in order to make the world a better place. So I'm still gonna enjoy my birthday. I'm gonna enjoy that last little bit of enjoyment, but it's time for us to stop pouring into the economy, and it's time for us to be selfless. Really be the change that you want to see. And I know y'all feel like, everybody feel lost, like what can I do? But trust me, it's those small things, those small personal changes that you make in your life is what's going to make the difference. And just changing your mindset to be willing and mentally strong to stand up for yourself and stand up for others. And yeah, y'all, just prepare for something, just for something greater that is going to happen in our world. And just continue to pray to God that He humble leaders worldwide, all of the leaders in our world, because at the end of the day, God has the final say so. But yeah, y'all, it's time to develop some mental toughness and love each other. And I love y'all. And y'all know I'll be back because I be talking. Peace.